Hello friends, welcome to Seco Psycho. In this video, you're going to learn what is career counseling, what is the importance of career, and what is the process we do in career counseling. The process of using counseling, the process of choosing a career, began with a Frank Pearson when he spoke of choosing a career rather than merely wanting for a job. A career has often been considered to be an occupation profession requiring a special training and being as usually followed through one's lifetime. If you take the process of career counseling, it starts with assessment of myself or assessment of a client, and explore the options and evaluate the best fit from the options and take actions and adjust to transition and reevaluate if there is any change to be made. These five steps or six steps make a crystal clear of career counseling. Why we need career counseling? There are interconnection between workloads and other life roles. People who actively manage their career generally have a sense of meaningfulness in their lives, earn higher incomes, have high levels of life satisfaction due to effort for and success in personal goals, are well informed, are successful learners who have the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn, have the ability to make a job and education choices that help them succeed in their goals, experience less stress, less physical and emotional problems, could cope with the life changes such as moving between jobs or becoming student again and or retiring from the job, and they're very open to new possibilities and experiences too. So that's why we need a career counseling. So what is the importance of career counseling? If you take by Kreiter, is a great psychology who given what is the importance of career counseling. The need for career counseling is greater than the need for psychotherapy. A definition which is given by Kreiter, he said that career counseling inner and external reality, whereas other one of counseling is only for inner. So basically, career counseling is reflecting our inner and external reality. It's totally subjective and objective term. Career counseling can be therapeutic. Career counseling is more difficult than psychotherapy because you need to be trained, skilled, and you need to be well trained to explore the opportunities in the society. Take the definition of career counseling. It has known by different names over the years like vocational guidance, vocational counseling, or occupational counseling. Pretty emphasized that the term career is more inclusive than vocation or occupation. The term job is also limited in the implication as it may refers to an activity undertaken for economic returns. A career counselor must take into account many factors when helping a person make career choices. As mentioned earlier, factors like individual personality, value system, age, gender, and life roles need to be considered when making decisions about a career. To take the core skills in a career counseling, we do have two types of career counseling, like individual counseling, group counseling. Career counseling in individual counseling with increasing career options and preferences and possibilities and professions. Career counseling is sometimes necessary for individual to make the right choice about their career paths, career development, and career change. Career counselors help individual with self-assessment and self-analysis. They match the aptitude, skill, and interest of the individuals, the various job options. They also help provide a preciseness on different job roles and help in matching skills the jobs. Overall, they help individuals make informed career choices and help define their career paths to maximize the success in their chosen career. What are the specific skills for career counseling we needed? Identify personal interests and aptitudes, understand personal beliefs and attitudes that have a bearing on career development, learn about the world of work, match personal profits with the world of work, make career choices, and develop and implement a career plan. These are the skills we must acquire uh, when you're taken into counseling session or when you're acquiring these things from the counselor. So what are the functions of counselor? Administering and interpreting test and inventories, which are psychometric, conducting personal counseling services, developing individualized career plan, helping clients integrate vocational and a vocational life roles, deal sensitively with unrealistic plans, facilitating decision-making skills, and at last providing support for individuals experiencing job stress, job loss, or job transition. So here, when there's a job loss or job transition, you are going to explore the subjective things from the client and to relieve that feelings of hopelessness and despair and search for new possibilities and new opportunity which lead happiness in their life. Stages in career counseling. So it is a brief process. The process in career counseling is important, and developing a good rapport is an integral part of all form for counseling, as we all discussed it. It's important in career counseling cannot be overemphasized. Three factors related to the client that are equally important prior and in the decision making process. They are like a lack of readiness, lack of information, inconsistent information. These three things will make a poor decision making. So to avoid it only, we use the right process or right stages. So it starts with the interview and then ends with a job search. When you interview, you will build a rapport and then you assess the client through psychometric test or inventories, and then you use generate some activities like for self discovery you use aptitudes, interest, personality achievement test to know what is the mental condition of a client, and then you collect the information where you taken that psychometric test results, and you share the information and estimate the consequences. So in what career he can be fit and what are the pros and cons in that, and how can he be ready for it, and how can he sacrifice a few things in his life to achieve his career or achieve his life dream. And then he will the things, what are the pros and cons and what are the estimate consequences if he choose that career, does he have hope in that thing or something. And then at last he do get into information where he can find his own job, his jobs and his career. And at last, the work of counselor has done and the real work of client has begun. The process of self-discovery, it is an awareness of the needs, aspiration, aptitudes, personality type, and value system of the client is helpful in ensuring selection of the right career as well as avoiding later frustration and attritions. So we do have four things: aptitude, interest, personality, and achievement. Aptitude, and aptitude refers to a competence to do certain kind of work at a certain level. It can be considered to be a talent. Aptitudes may be physical or mental. It can be said to be knowledge, understanding, learn, or acquired abilities or skills. Attitude, it reflects our aptitude. Aptitude is a contrast to achievement, which represents knowledge or ability that is gained after going through a training program. Multi-aptitude tests or batteries are the scholastic aptitude tests. These are the inventories we assess during the counseling session. And what is interest? Selective attention to a person, such as an activity goal, is called interest. Interest inventory such as self-directed research (STS) by John Holland, Kudler of Occupational Interest Survey, Career Beliefs Inventory (CBI) by John D. Kumblot. And for non-college students, there are interest inventories too. So this inventories gives a complete picture in what field and in what area the client or as a good uh, focus, attention, and interest. And personality. So thoughts, emotions, behavior, together with the psychological mechanisms, will consider into personality. Overt as well as covert behavior beyond those patterns and is taken care in personality test. So aptitude test in Myers-Briggs type indicator and project tests like TAT, thematic perception test, and ink plot test will give a proper picture of what is the personality of a client. And last but not least, achievement. Achievement is viewed basically as a competence a person have in an area of content. Achievement tests are those to measure an individual's degree of task or learning task, like a test for general education development like GED. Career counseling at different life stages and different social groups. So if you take the career counseling with children, the process begins in preschool and elementary years. So many people think that, do you think that preschool children could decide their career? Maybe not, but we could find out what is the core interest of and what is the abilities and what is the aptitude of a child to excel in his career. Her and Kramer cited a number of studies to show that during the first 6 years of schooling, many children develop a relatively stable self-perception and make a rough sketch of a future occupation. And many future occupational decisions are made in early childhood, often influenced by the parental occupation too. So in a family or in a doctor family, a child is exposed to many things like medical stuff and medical instruments. So he decides himself that I want to become a doctor. So basically parents, they influence a child's career also. So if you take career counseling with adolescents, the American School Counselor Association emphasized that school counselors should deliver career education to students to help them make wise career decisions. Middle school work exploration evaluations of strength, weakness, and talent and skills. High school dependent on maturity and stimulating career development, providing treatment and aiding placements. If you take the career counseling with the college students, which plays a key role, so here we are selecting the major fields of study and psychological testing to assist in self-assessment and self-analysis. And career phase like internships and campus interviews will open up the careers of college students and decision-making skills, meeting needs of special population. So these are the career counseling with the college students, which will be done with a psychologist. And career counseling with adults, career interest tends to be more stable after college. So they, however, continue to seek career counseling services. A cycle of stability and transition is continually experienced, and midlife career change is very common in career counseling with adults. And career counseling with women, women have faced many barriers like overcoming stereotypes, traditional roles, which are fixed in our society. So there is urgent need for career counseling intervention for young women to persuade them to consider the economic benefits of non-traditional career choices. Counselors must be aware of and be sensitive towards women's needs. Glass ceiling, the unseen yet unbreakable barrier that keeps women from rising to the upper echoes of the corporate world, regardless of the qualifications or achievements, is another workplace discrimination that women encounter. Combining career and family or career and life counseling is one of the basic thing we need to make in career counseling. So it is basically very typical and very uh, challenging to provide a career counseling with women because there are lots of barriers to get into corporate society because still woman is treated as inferior, still woman is treated as she's incapable of doing certain things like mechanical engineering or something. To overcome these things, only career counseling plays a key role to give an hope and to make women to empower more than men. So that's all, friends. It is about career counseling. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the below sections. And thank you for watching the video.